Hi guys, I did film an intro regarding this pop of colour tutorial, but due to technology it's been a nightmare, so this will just have to do for now. So there's cameras and mirrors all over, so just to let you know if my eyesight goes all over. For prep, I have got my Nivea and my Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment and some Vaseline Rose Tinted Lip Balm. Sadly, due to obviously not being at work, I can't get hold of my normal lovely serum, so just whatever I have in my cupboard is going to have to do. It's better than nothing, so just massage that into my skin, prepping it nice and keep it hydrated. Don't know why, but my skin's a little bit more dehydrated at the moment. So ring finger to apply eye cream as it applies the lightest pressure to your skin. Obviously it's a very delicate area. Oh god, I hate these tins, driving me mad. But we got there in the end. There we go. The joy is real, guys. The joy is real. I was so proud. So just pop that on there as easily as that. So let's start with brushing the eyebrows. Always a good start. Should brush these every day anyway with a little spoolie. PLOUISE base in number 2 Rumour. And I'm just going to apply that on my lid with my flat Bare Minerals brush. I tend to put it on my hand because it warms the product, which makes it a little bit easier to apply. And obviously this creates just a lovely clean base to put anything on top of it, whether it's colour or anything neutral or even black. But it's always good to start with this. Any decent painter and decorator will tell you, obviously, a clean base underneath makes the colours pop. So just make sure you pat that all over the eye area, blending it to the outer and inner corner. Make sure you apply this quite liberally, but a little bit does go quite a long way. It's quite thick, so, but it's not obviously on the rest of your face, so don't panic. But it is supposed to be literally like an eraser of all those fine lines and veins and redness on the eyelid. Like I say, getting ready to pop that colour on. So I tend to carve out my brows as well, just as a rough guide as to where I want them to be. And then just with a very clean, fluffy brush, just go around the edges to diffuse the edges, just to blend them in a little bit more. It's not a special brush, it's just a really cheap one I got from town pretty much, I think. Just in any basic set, but it works. And then with Stacey Marie's first palette, we're going in with Basic on just a nice tapered fluffy brush. We're going on focusing mainly on the socket area. We're doing it bit by bit, building up that colour very gradually and letting the brush do the blending for us. I'm following the shape of my socket, but I did want to make this a bit more of a blown out look on the outside, but a very doable look. So like I say, you can always add more, you cannot take it away, so just go very, very, very gradually. Then with a clean fluffy brush, just to go around the edges, just the edges only. We're not going into where we applied that colour because obviously you'll blend it even more. So to go over the edges, I'm using my Peaches and Cream medium to dark bronzer. I love this to diffuse edges and for a transition colour because then it ties the entire look together as well. So we're just going over the edge, slightly overlapping that original colour that we placed down the first time. And then going back in with the first colour just to add a little bit more, just to make it stand out a bit more. And then back over again. So we're doing the sandwich stages, we're layering this up to get the proper look. Then with the fluffy but quite tapered brush, we're going in with Rowdy from the first palette again, which is a nice deep chocolatey brown. Focusing mainly on the inner corner and the inner socket, just blending that in. And then again, with every stage that you do the previous one as well. So again, your sandwich stages, you're building that colour up. So again, obviously going back in with the first 2 stages that we did bit by bit, so you can see all those stages. Then going in with Senna, which is a lovely golden highlighter with a nice clean fluffy brush. I'm just going to pop this on the main lid, just to add a bit of shimmer and to keep it nice. Put my eyelashes on, some nice fluffy ones I got from Amazon. I can send the link if anybody wants to know. I will put a description of how I do my cheeky little bogey there, I think. how I do my lashes on a different video if anyone wants to see that. But for now, we're just priming the skin, getting ready. So I'm going in with my NYX Hydrating Primer. This smells beautiful and feels amazing. HUDA Faux Filter Foundation in Creme Brulee. This is more of like a warm tone. So I'm just popping this on with a fluffy brush as it's quite a pigmented... what's it called? Oh my god, pigmented finish, very full coverage, my god. So going right in there, gotta lift up the hoe hoops. Love a good hoe hoop. So some are easy to apply with a brush, some are easy to apply with a blender. You work out which one works better for you. I've found out that this one is a lot nicer applied with a fluffy brush, kind of like a kabuki, but not a flat one. I think this is just a really cheap one I got in a set. And then I like to go over with a beauty blender just to diffuse any brush marks that might have happened. So my Tarte Shape Tape, I'm using 2 colours, so I'm a little bit different at the minute. I can't remember exactly what shade. I think, yeah, Fair Neutral and Tan Sand, I think it is. Obviously the 2 very drastic ones, so I tend to mix the 2. Depending on what colour I'm on. So I use the darker one for my cheekbone to act as like a base for my bronzer. And I'm just going to blend this into my under eye with another fluffy brush. I love the Peaches and Cream brushes. I think they are so nice and they are so well priced as well. They don't malt as well, which is really nice. So go onto their site because you will not be disappointed. I think this brush was about £8. So to blend the darker one out, so it's kind of like starting off the contouring. So like I say, to blend the darker one out, I'm just using my beauty blender, just putting it everywhere, pretty much where the sun would naturally hit you. Because it's concealer, it gives us coverage as well. So I'm going in with my fluffy brush again, just to blend all that in, going right under my eye to get rid of any creases. To chisel that cheekbone, you go slightly underneath, make it a bit sharper. With a tapered fluffy brush, going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit, and we're applying this bit by bit, going in with a clean, another fluffy brush, just to blend it out. You're always blending up, you're not blending down. So little circular motions, again, do it gradually. You can always add it, you can't take it away. You don't have to do the nose, but I chose to in this particular case, depends what my mood is. And then again, always blend downwards for the neck. And that's how you get that really chiseled look. And then to bronze over the top, it's my e.l.f. bronzer palette. It's 4 different shades. I'm going to use the bottom 2, just mix them 2 together very, very gently on a fluffy brush. This is an angled one, so it works really well with the cheekbones. Because we're contouring, we're going in where the hollows of the cheeks are. Excuse me, little chisel cough there. And then again with my Peaches and Cream and another fluffy angled brush, tap off the excess and go around just slightly above the contour. So we're just building it up, like I say, you stop when you're finished. I like a good contour if I'm going out or if I'm going out with that little bit extra. So we're doing it just to marry all these colours and textures together. I like to cream contour underneath the powder just simply because it adds a better base and it's a lot more pow. Jeffree Star setting powder. If you do not have this, you need to get it. It smells like candy floss and it is amazing. It is so light. But before I apply this, I've gone under again with a fluffy brush to get rid of any creases that might have happened as I've been blinking and things like that. You don't want to set the crease. Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter palette is beautiful. It's really nice for a day glow. Applied with a Peaches and Cream fluffy brush. And then over the top I've gone with my ILLAMASQUA palette, oh my god, highlighter in the shade Oh My God. And it is, oh my god, it is beautiful. I love it. It's my baby. It's a lot dustier though, so just be careful when you apply that. NYX Brights eyeliners are amazing to make your colours just pop. So I've just basically done 2 lines underneath, you pretty much saw it, and a thin flat brush. While it's still relatively wet, you want to gently buff that out. Don't panic about getting it too buffed out because we're going to go over with powder anyway to diffuse it, but it just adds those colours. So back in with the original 2 that we used on top, and again these are just to blend it out. You're not going to go over the blue, you're going to go next to the blue. And then Recharge, which is a gorgeous like metallic electric blue from the Stacey Marie First palette. So over the top of the blue, I decided just to blow it out on the side. That's my choice. And again, go back to the stages that you did before. So again, you're really making those colours stand out. You're not putting any other colours. You're just going over what you've already done with the colours that you've already had. I love a white eyeliner, and this ZOEVA one is amazing. So you pop that all in your waterline. And then to make my inner corner highlight pop, I tend to put a little blob of that on there and then diffuse it with a fluffy round brush. Again, Peaches and Cream. Going in with Moony from the Stacey Marie palette in the inner corner because it's got like a nice gold tinge. And then again over the top with my ILLAMASQUA Oh My God. And then to go a little bit more, we've got Peaches and Cream Pigment in Fantasy, which has got a beautiful like purpley bluey tinge, and it's like a dust. It's so pretty. You can't really see it on there and it's so irritating, but it's so pretty. Obviously going in with my mascara to blend my eyelashes in. Going in with my Old Faithful. My FAUX is Maybelline mascara. I love this. If you haven't tried it, what the fuck are you waiting for? Get it bought. And again, my two babies. My Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I'm not really going to do a great deal with my brows, just fill them in to make them nice and fluffy. Always brush them brows. Then going over with the 24-hour brow setter. This is a clear gel, so if you want one with a colour, they do one with a colour, but this is just a clear one. So again, you're just brushing them into place, and then if they're too fluffy on the edges, you just go down the edge like I did and just literally just neaten them up. You've got a good minute or so to play with this formula. No, actually I'd say about 30 seconds before it's set, so you've got quite a good time. So again, you see I'm just going down the edges of the side to bring it all in. And that's the finished look. If you liked it, please go to my socials. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys soon for part number 2 of look 2.